Hey everybody, Hamster Sales here with a quick video analysis I wanted to do tonight. It is about some of the recently somewhat spoiled units that Blizzard has given us from the new Heart of the Swarm expansion for StarCraft 2. This little guy that I'm looking at right now is going to be one of the new Terran units from the game. It's not been confirmed anywhere whether or not these units are going to be campaign only or whether or not they'll find their way into the multiplayer game, which I consider the main game. What we can see from here though is on the top I think is pretty obviously a flamethrower. You see the kind of little pre-ignition device, and that's obviously going to be spewing fire out. What I find more interesting about the unit and less obvious is what the purpose of these blade-like looking things are going to be. Maybe it's some kind of gun in an awkward position, I don't know. But I think pretty clearly he's going to have multiple attacks because he's got this flamethrower on the top of his head. He's got these, maybe they're guns, but they look kind of more like huge sword arm thingies. Pretty clearly an infantry unit too. Looks bigger than the Marauder, but he is walking, so I think he's going to have to come out of a barracks. There's no way of knowing whether or not it'll make it into the main game, of course, but you know, we can hope. It looks somewhat interesting. I mean, the fact that it's going to have multiple attacks I think is very interesting. Potentially a Hellion within a giant Marauder type unit that might have melee attacks too, which is very strange. But I don't know. Who knows if it'll make it into the main game or not, but it is an interesting little tease there that Blizzard is giving us with just this little silhouette. And much more recently, I think this one's about a week old, they have released a new Zerg unit, which I find to be more interesting, both because I play Zerg and because I'm pretty intrigued by what this whole deal can be on the back of this guy. He looks kind of like a roach up front, maybe a little less mobile. He's got these really big forelimbs, and he's got rather kind of stubby aft limbs, I guess you would say. Maybe somebody better versed in biology can correct me and tell me what those might be called. Hind limbs, that's what I was looking for. I knew the word. But on the back here you see these little round nubs. I don't know if that's something that the unit will be shooting, but I kind of just assume by the way this guy looks that he's going to be some kind of long-range artillery unit. Tell me what you think about that possibility, because he looks fairly slow, again with the stubby hind legs and this big bulky shell on his back. It doesn't look like he's going to be rushing into your base anytime soon. I think he might be the Zerg's answer for some kind of long-range attack, whether it's some kind of relatively short AoE attack or just a long-range bombardment. I'm not sure, but a lot of possibilities with this one. I find it the more interesting of the two. Blizzard's going to continue releasing these images on their Facebook page, so go check that out. It's not Blizzard's Facebook page, it's the StarCraft Facebook page, I believe. I would show that, but it's got my real name in it whenever I'm floating around their images, so I just decided to pop these out into their own separate windows. But I'll continue to do these videos as each silhouette is released, giving my thoughts on them. And please let me know what you think about these units, and thanks once again for listening.